me do the same trick. Let me believe computer I want to rename the file just to copy it and put it here, and let's just say this is file name. The first thing we need to explain is that when using R we need a double here if you are working on Windows. If you work or just this, if you work with this, it will work in Linux, in Mac, and in Windows. So probably it's better to use this, but I want later on we will give more details about this. For now, let me just do this. So what I've done here, I have defined a variable. If I now run the code, I have defined a variable named file name containing the full path to the Excel file I want to load. Okay, so now let me just do read xlsx file name and just put what he will read in a variable that I will call df. I will explain in a few seconds why I called it df. Okay, if I run now, I have a new variable called df, which basically have all the columns that we could see in Excel. Okay, he has just imported the Excel file in a single variable that is called data frame. That's why I use the name df. df is for data frame, and also because even if it's not very indicative of what the variable is very commonly used in our example that you will find on the network. So you can call whatever you want. I can call also product price, whatever I want, but just I want to be generic here, and because df is our main data frame we will work on, and it's very commonly shown with this name in the network. So now we have this variable, and it's very easy work with it, because as you can see in R, if you use the dollar symbol, you can see the column, and you can work with the column exactly as you do in Excel. So let's say I want to create a new column. Now I will create a no sense column, doesn't matter. I will call it sum calls, okay, and I want to compute the sum of two columns that I have. Okay, so let's say in this case I will do df, okay, let's say scale factor plus df direct elasticity. Of course it doesn't make any sense to do this column, but just to see how easy is to do the sum between two columns of the table. Okay, so now here I will find sum calls which has the sum of these two columns. Or for example, I can say, okay, probably the scale factor was wrong, and I have to multiply by 100. So what I have to do is just to give again scale factor and df scale factor multiplied by 100. So what I did here is, okay, multiply scale all the column scale factor for by 100, and then replace the previous scale factor column. And if I do this, then as you can see, the scale factor will be 100 times more than the previous one. Okay, so this is important. Last thing, because as I said, I wanted to today I said the video would have been longer, but I don't want to be too long. Once I have done all the operation, I will show in the next video more operation that we can do with the Excel file before going into the task I said you. In the end, I may write the what I have done in a new Excel file, and what I have to do is simply write xlsx. I will take df, which is the variable I want to save, and then I have to give an a. My first exported file xlsx, sorry, .xlsx. Okay, so if I do this, in the main folder I'm working on, I should find, let me go here in tutorial code. Okay, I find this file where I will have, let's open it. I will have the no sense column some calls, but the scale factor increased by a factor of 100. So all the change can be written here. So now I will stop with this video, but it's important that in the next video we will see more things that we can do as we were as the ones we do in Excel. But I wanted to show that in a few lines we can import the file, do whatever we want to do, and then write this file. So this is important. This is important to see how easy it can be, and how do it. Okay, another very quick thing that I want to do is, when I will go on with this file, I won't need these lines because it's not in my task. Rather than deleting it, what I can do is to put this symbol at hash symbol at the beginning of the line. In this case, this is I will show you. This is a comment. Basically, by putting the hash at the beginning of the line, I'm saying to R to not read what is written in this line, to not execute what it is in this line. This is very important because, for example, I don't need now these lines, but it's possible that in the future I will need it. So it's important that they are there. But normally the comments are used to describe what I'm doing, so that other people opening the program, or myself after a long time, can understand what I have done. So I will just give you the idea, and then probably we'll go back through this. But yeah, I want to show you a comment. So now, as you can see, it's very easy to work with the Excel file, do some stuff, and write it. The other point is this. Let's assume now, let's put again this line. Now you can see why it's important that I put a comment rather than delete it. And let's say that I want to do the same with the second file, because you know what I've just done, it could be done very, very quickly with Excel. But let's say I have to do this with all 200 files. With Excel, I should open all 200 files and do all the stuff that I've done here. Here, I just need to do this. Okay, put a 2 here, saying just load the second file, and then write it on the second file. And if I do this, as you can see, I have immediately produced this other file where I get the results of the same things that I have done to the first file. So it's much, much quicker than before, and this is very, very important. Okay, so now let me just open me, because we have basically finished. So as you can see, it is very, very quick. It is very, very fast changing file and do the same stuff with another file. And I just see you, this is just a very small part to show how much efficient can be coding, programming, rather than using the interactive file. I don't want to convince anyone. I think it should be evident from here. And yeah, we will see that we don't need, in the end, I will show you that we don't need neither to change that number. We can do all in one single code, and saying Excel to do what we want to do for all the files together. I hope this just gives you an idea how much convenient it can be to code rather than using interactive programs. Okay, next time I will show you, before going into the specific task we have talked about, I will show you some more things, some more operation that you can do in R that you normally do with Excel. Okay, bye.